Good morning. Okay, what I've been doing, let me show you. Good morning, happy Monday morning. Let's see, which one is it? I need more mud and I need more acacia logs. And I already used up all the ones, the double chest that I already put here. That's all gone. So, oh, I also need bone meal. So that way I can grow more. Okay. So I am doing a lot of work terraforming the Halloween event area. I was thinking I could either get more dirt or why don't I just fill the area with acacia logs, stripped ones of course, and then stripped or unstripped, it doesn't matter. And also, and then in the top layer, maybe put like mud. So yeah. And part of me knows that the Buddha mansion is huge, but the other part, I don't know, maybe I was in denial or didn't calculate enough. It is actually quite a large area, and I just want to terraform the front part of it, not the sides, not the back, because that would be just too much. So let's see. I just need excuse me. I just need one side of it because I'm not gonna build that much stuff there. Just Halloween shop, a water fountain, cemetery, maybe a spooky or spoopy garden. Not anything fancy. Just I think the rest of this doesn't need to be bone mealed. Okay, so let me start chopping this up. So right now I did mostly like terraforming. When I go over to that area, I'll show you exactly what I've done. I've actually started to work on installing the redstone contraption, and as a result, water fountain looks weird. So I might actually, rather than use glazed charcoal, I might actually just use deep slate tile blocks. So that way it doesn't, that way the redstone contraption part doesn't stand out, but at the same time, it ended up making the water fountain look too wide on the top. So I'm gonna have to figure that one out. So yeah, I'll show you when I get there. Let's see. Okay. And just to let you know, tomorrow's video is going to be for my single world because tomorrow is a very a somber anniversary for my family. It's just one of those things where you think, oh, you know, everything is going well, but then, you know, sometimes Mother Nature throws you a curveball. So which, you know, no offense, you know, it's not her fault. But it just forces you to reflect on your life choices, and then you fast forward, like, you know, a decade or two later, and then all of a sudden you wake up one morning, you're a middle-aged adult, you're like, what have I done with my life? Could I have done things differently? So it's just one of those things. It just forces you to make some reflections. Of course, you know, one thing's about mindfulness. It's like, you know what, you know, the past is the past. You can't change, you know, what happened. All you can do is change how you see the past, and then you need to focus on the present, and then figure out, you know, what you need to do in the future to make sure you don't make the same mistake. And the other thing too, you know, I'm not just watching videos about, you know, other people's ancestry, see what they went through, but also look at mine, and then, you know, what could we have done differently? Or what do I need, you know, well, you can't change the past, so what do we need to do right now to change things for the better? Because, you know, the past is the past, we can't change it. You know, there's only so many times that you can say I'm sorry before people get sick and tired of hearing it, so just good time to reflect. You know, in Japan and California, you know, we do have such a history of earthquakes. Also, some of you are new to my channel. I don't think you've ever saw the series where I actually made a short story. It's actually lots of layers, lots of people, you know, lots of fictional characters involved. I think at least one person who watched my videos thought that this was, you know, actual truth. You know, this is what happened in my life. No, this is what I wish I happened in my life. But now looking back even more, because yeah, we're coming up on the 15th anniversary of this. Yeah, not the server, but you know, the launcher, and lots of things have changed as well there. Actually, the 15th anniversary, and lots of things have changed with that company as well. So yeah, it looks like they're gonna do something special for the 1.21 update. Trying to get that last. I'm failing miserably. But yeah, it is a time to reflect anytime you have an anniversary of anything, you know, from personal family history or world events, or because the other thing that I've been doing, I've actually been connecting with other people who were born in Japan, came to the United States. Some of them have stayed in the United States. Some of them, the families have, for one reason or another, part of the family is here, stayed behind. The other part of the family went back to Japan. So that's also, you know, time to reflect, you know, what happened in their family, you know, are they in speaking terms, you know, because, you know, obviously for both families, if the family is split up, there was a divorce there. And the other thing that I also found is that at least one of them is actually a comedian. It's quite interesting. Her mom and her grandmother were from Japan, went from Japan to the United States. So yeah, it's interesting to see that dynamic as well. You know, how come the father's not in the picture? What happens there? You know, what kind of lessons can we learn from that? So yeah, any time, you know, it's just Japan, United States, immigration. It's just like, I really want to know, you know, what other people have gone through. Is it the same as mine? Is it different? Are there similarities? Are there regrets of leaving Japan? Regrets coming here? All sorts of questions that I have whenever I meet someone. It's like, wait a minute, you know, we're in the same boat here, you know, or it's not, maybe not necessarily the same boat. Because you see what happened with other families, but you know, what is their story? You know, what caused them to leave Japan? What caused them to come to the United States? You know, what reasons did they have to come to this United States? Because some people went to England, some people went to Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Belgium, Singapore. You know, it's just all, you know, you just really want to peel back all the layers. You know, I don't want to be nosy. You know, if you don't want to answer the questions, you don't have to. But yeah, I really want to know. You know, because this is my family's experience. I want to know other people's family, what they went through. See if there are any similarities. See if there are any differences. If you knew then what you knew now, would you have done things differently? You know, that's what all those questions that I have. And yeah, I just really want to know. I mean, I think the first wave of immigrants from Japan came here like in the 1890s, 1800s. So obviously we can't ask them, obviously. But I wondered, have any of them written any books, or have any of their children or grandchildren wrote books about them? That's the other thing too. Even if it's secondhand, third-hand, fourth-hand knowledge, yeah, I would like to know. Because things were different back then. I mean, back then they knew. They leave Japan, they're not coming back. Because it's not like today where you can just, hop on a plane, go home. No. Back then it was ships. And, most of them, they could not afford the trip back, So it's not like today where you can just, just take your credit card out and pay for a plane flight. No, back then it was ships. And of course, yeah, the other thing too today, did you know what happened in this country, before you came here, Because my generation, we're just right at the cusp, It's like, oh, the internet just got started. Although I think according to the internet, the internet actually started in 1960s or so, something like that. Of course, not like, that internet back then wasn't like, today where it's widespread and anybody can put misinformation on the internet. It wasn't like, it was completely different. But yeah, but today, I feel there's no excuses. You can't say, well, I do not know if I left Japan today, what would happen to, me, or what happened to the previous waves of immigrants from Japan, what they went through. But yeah, just all sorts of questions, what if, and then at the same time, like, hey, you can't change the past. You have to stop living in the past. You gotta move forward. Okay. So, almost done. I think once I'm done with this, I'm just gonna go over to the, let me show you briefly where I'm getting my mud, and then just go over to the Halloween event area. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be the the last part of the acacia wood that I'll pick. Oh, the other thing that was so interesting, one person, and this is the first I've ever heard of this, one person said that her mom kidnapped her from Japan to the United States. So that was like, what? How could something like this happen in the first place, and then why did she not know that her mom kidnapped her to come to the United States? So yeah, that was another one that really sparked my interest, because I'm like, I've never heard of that one before, So let's see, let me, I'll just leave these two here. And go here. So yeah, once in a while you hear a story that just like, what? What's going on? How could this happen? Just, and was there ever a resolution there, Did she ever go back to Japan? And actually, she does have a YouTube channel, so I did watch that, and I think her first video or second video, something like that, she posted, she was back in Japan, and she showed she showed the hotel, and she showed the restaurant, so like, okay. So I guess at some point, you know, she did go back to Japan, not to live there, but to actually. Am I doing this wrong? Is my connection really that bad? Where did my boat go? Oh, my boat's right here. Okay. Yes, I keep forgetting where I go to places because there's so many places. I think the one that I want to go to, it's not listed, which is something I need to remedy. I guess at some point, you know, I should just like write down coordinates of all these places so I won't forget. But I know it's this way. Not so. There's another importer right there. Healing Garden. That's the old. That's the wooden mansion that burnt down. Fourth Bowl Farms. Each time I see that, I keep thinking Foster Farms. Like, nope, 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 no, that's not it. String Farm. Nope. Omnizar's base. At some point, I'm going to actually do like a tour, because definitely it's one of those things, you know, that you would like to do rather than wait until the end of the season to do one big one and then end up, oh no, I'm gonna have to break this up into like 2 episodes or 3. There's quite a lot. Yeah, I'm so amazed that there's so many bases, so many farms. What I'm looking for is this one, yeah. Yeah, I don't think this one is listed on that book. Yeah, but I know it's easy to say, well, you know, obviously, you know, this server has an overview and map sheet and let somebody else do the exploring, but I'm also doing some of the exploring as well. As you can see, I've already dug up this part here. Yay, I missed a spot, missed a spot. Boop. Yeah, as you can see, I went ham on this area. Okay. Try not to hit the problem with this is that this is efficiency 5. Part of what I ought to do is put a beacon here, but I'm currently using a beacon for another wooden mansion. Spoiler alert! That's not going to be for, yeah, for a while, but you'll see my plans on that other wooden mansion too. So, unlike last year, we're not going to have a Halloween event this year. Maybe next year, you know, when we have more time, hopefully we'll get some more people on the server. Because I know one of our server mates actually really wanted to build a roller coaster, and we never got around to it last season. And in this season, it's like, we only have a couple of weeks, less than a couple of weeks until Halloween. I don't think we'll make it. This year, I'm just focusing on like a small area where we can all have fun. And I'll put an announcement in Discord letting everybody know, hey, you know, got the Halloween shop up and running. I definitely want to do that Gravedigger mini game, even though some people are like, what game? Because yeah, when they saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I can make a mini game out of this. Not sure if I can do it this season because you know, we were hoping somebody will make a soccer farm, I mean, there's some shulkers that were protected with signs around it, and people know, hey, don't touch this. You know, we want to make a shulker farm, but I don't think we ever got around to making a shulker farm. Granted, I'm the only person on the server right now, but it'll be interesting to revisit that. I'm kind of, to be honest, I am farmed out. Like, oh, I need somebody else to do this because I can't be doing all the farms. There's also always the other opposite argument. I'm making too many farms. Well, if I'm making too many farms and we're complaining that not enough farms are being made, it kind of puts me kind of catch-22. So I do appreciate the fact that someone did take the lead. They made an ender, which is super efficient. They have another person who made a wither skeleton farm, another super efficient farm. It's just, it boggles my mind how efficient those two are. So I could probably make so many beacons if I wanted to. That efficient. Community farm also helps too. Oh yeah, 1.21 update. We had a live show yesterday. They're going to they're going to add many more blocks, many additional variants of the copper block. They're also going to make auto crafting, which is something, especially like if you make redstone contraptions such as dispensers, you really want. Each time you need to make a bunch of dispensers, you're like, I wish there was a faster way to do this. So hopefully they will give us more information in the coming snapshots. Exactly how this is going to work. Because look, like, it's not just going to be one block. You have to actually attach a redstone contraption to it. So definitely interesting to see how that's going to be, because that's going to be a game changer for sure. And the Armadillo one, that was my actual choice. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. But yeah, Armadillo looks like that's going to be in the update as well. Definitely going to look forward to making armor for dogs. Because I mean, IRL, dogs. Some dogs have a therapy dog jacket on. Some dogs have a service dog jacket on. Some service dogs have police dog, canine jacket on. So it'll be interesting to see how the tamed wolf armor will look. How to craft it. How it works. Can you put the thorns enchantment on it? Can you put the protection armor enchantment on it? So yeah, lots of questions. Definitely looking forward to the next set of snapshots so you can see exactly how the combat changes. Looks like the villager changes. There was a lot of pushback from the community. I stayed out of it because I mean, don't want to add to a toxic environment. Or environment that can have they have potential to become toxic. I think. Got some torches here. Lights the way. Okay, I got it. Random wheat block there. Let me put the chest here. To remind me, I need to return these muddy blocks to there. Oh, you scared me. I thought you were hostile. But you would not. Oh, thank you though. That was interesting. Oh my goodness. He went through the portal. Excuse me. Coming through. So yeah, definitely interesting to see how the new blocks are going to be interacting, and definitely the auto crafter is a must if you're making stacks upon stacks of stuff. And right now it's painful unless you use the shift click method. So yeah, I can definitely, I'm sure at some point, I don't think I need anything that needs to be shift clicked. Shift clicked. Anyway. So where I'm going is 591. This always gets me, this part. As you see, there isn't any carpet on these 3 blocks. That's why if you're not perfectly straight, you're going to lean over here, you're going to get yourself stuck here. Hello. Uh, 591. Oh, I probably could have stayed in the boat, huh? It's a Halloween shop area. Even if I run out of time to decorate the tunnel, I'll definitely make it at least 3 wide. Put buttons on the bottom so mobs don't spawn. Because this is a crimson forest, and I don't want to get surprised by a hoglin. So, this is what I've done. Oh, that's the other explanation. I kept getting pelted by pillager patrols, so I ended up breaking down, building a fence here, putting Bessie here, and you know, it's just like no lava bucket because we have woodland mansion there. Just keep fighting back against the pillager patrol, and then getting that battlement effect and drinking the milk bucket. So I've had to do that. I was hoping I wouldn't have to. Plus, you know, I've got thorns, so eventually they'll take damage, they'll die, and then end up getting the battlement effect. So that's the reason why I had to build a perimeter here. Okay, so it was, this whole perimeter thing is out of necessity because of that pillager patrol. What am I looking for? Okay, so I'll show you. So my goal is to free this pig as well. This poor pig has been stuck in here. Yeah, because when I was building that, he went in here. He's now stuck. So, trying to make a way for him to get out of here. Yeah, I could use dirt, but I already had the shulker box full of dirt and I already used that up, so I'm thinking, why not just do this? Because this will show that this is a solid foundation. Oopsie, sorry. Okay. Okay, so let me show you, let's see. Okay, so as you can see here, with this one, let me try keep going up a little bit higher. So orange might actually be a good one because it really, you can see it even with the light blue background, the wooden mansion. You can see it. Yeah, with this one, the water breathing, it's like aqua green color. With Halloween, it should be either black, brown, or orange. I think orange is the best one here. Now, the tutorial gives one suggestion, glaze terracotta, but it doesn't look good. Plus, this adding glazed terracotta forced me to move those upside down deep slate tile slate blocks at one, which makes this one look thicker, whereas with water fountain it should be tapered at the top, it should be narrow at the top, wide at the bottom. So I'm thinking use deep slate blocks instead of glazed terracotta, but then there's that issue of this looks, the top part is wide, the middle is the same length and width, and the bottom one is wide at the bottom, so that doesn't look right. I'm not sure how to fix that part. If any of you have any suggestions, let me know. But definitely I'm going to remove the glazed terracotta because that looks horrible. So I'm thinking right about here is going to be where I make the cemetery or garden, one of those two. And then this side, whatever I don't build over here, I'll build over here. So if I build the cemetery here, the garden will be over here. Or if I build the garden over there, then the cemetery will be back here. So yeah. Yeah, so again, the reason why I had to build this is because I kept getting pelted by pillagers. And I can't use a lava bucket to get rid of them because of the wooden mansion. And yeah, I don't want to burn this forest down either. That's the other thing. So that's why I had to build this perimeter here. They still come up to the fence, but at least, I can just ignore them. Or, I can do this. Use the chest to protect me from them. So, or worst case, just AFK in here, and then eventually they'll, they're like, oh, she's not fun, and then they respawn. So, okay. So yeah, I hope all of you have a nice weekend. If you have any ideas how to fix this water fountain, I'll definitely get rid of that glazed terracotta because it looks garish. And oh, next episode will be the anniversary episode. So that episode will be on my single world, and then Wednesday I'll be back here to show you my progress. See you later. Bye bye.